Good afternoon.
Welcome home.
How are you feeling? Good. As several of you know, last night we returned.
Qaida had, I believe she put it, taken refuge in Baghdad, and she also said...
We do have solid evidence of the presence in Iraq of al-Qaida members, including some that have been in Baghdad. We have what we consider to be very reliable reporting of senior-level contacts going back a decade, and of possible chemical and biological agent training. When I say contacts, I mean between Iraq and al-Qaida. The reports of these contacts have been increasing since 1998.
Chemical weapons. Could you shed any light on either of those, including whether or not these al-Qaida had, I believe she put it, taken refuge in Baghdad, and she also said that suspected al-Qaida captives.
We have what we consider to be credible evidence that al-Qaida leaders have sought contacts in Iraq who could help them acquire weapons of mass destruction capabilities. We do have, I believe it's one report indicating that Iraq provided unspecified training relating to chemical and or biological matters for al-Qaida members.
Putting this out now, domestically and overseas, is that neither you nor the President...
We know there are al-Qaida in the country, and we know they've discussed with Iraq safe haven. Now, whether the ones that are in the country are there under some sort of grant of safe haven or not happens to be a piece of intelligence that either we don't have or we don't want to talk about.
May I answer?
You bet.
Got it. El-Basra.
Domestically and overseas, is that neither you...
And how to make chemical weapons. Could you...
We know they have weapons of mass destruction. We know they have active programs. There isn't any debate about it. So the idea that if you had an appropriate inspection regime, that they'd come back and say you were wrong is so far beyond anyone's imagination that it's not something I think about.
al-Qaida had, I believe she put it, taken refuge in Baghdad,